Alright, for the first paragraph for Campus Connect, I got to start formatting and content in the sign up phase. You can only sign up with a valid student ID or a valid student email ending in edu to make sure it's only students that are able to sign up. Then creating a profile, you'll have the basics of name, age, year, major, and any other sports you play. Then to keep it fun, we can have would you rather questions or icebreakers that rotate through multitude of questions that are asked to you while setting up your profile. And here is the first paragraph. Right, for the second paragraph we have here, for matching, the app will use an AI system that will help give you matches with people that have things in common with you, such as sports, clubs, majors, etc., to ensure you get good matches and won't be wasting your time. Now when you get a match, the chat will start off with fun games to break the ice, like 2 truths and a lie, or some of the icebreakers you did in your create stage will pop up with your answers, so you can talk about those. And the AI will detect short or boring answers and help spice it up to keep the conversation engaged. There will always be things to talk about on campus, as in pick a time to go to a game or to go study together. There's the second paragraph.
Alright, I'm just doing some digging on the 5 things people would really like to ask the day before proceeding on social media. So I looked through Twitter, looked through Instagram, now looking through Google. So here's just a couple. Some love languages, where do you see the relationship leading, bucket goals. Twitter had some good ones, so gonna interview some people and see what their answers are to these questions, and then we'll narrow those down. All right, after doing the third paragraph, thought of something new. You can turn your location on and then pick what campus you're on, and in the event feed it'll pop up with cafes or bars or anything like that you guys can collaborate and choose to go to together. You pick a time, pick a date, and the dating app will pop up nearby, things for you guys to do, as well as like campus events, so sporting events, festivals, anything like a homecoming. You guys can meet up and schedule a time and a date for that as well. You can collaborate, so it's not just one person saying, hey, let's meet. The AI in the app will suggest it for you, and it'll really help keep things smooth and simple. So the last paragraph, or last feature of the app Campus Connect, it'll be almost like a more connected feel between both people. And so instead of just matching with people based off their looks, we decided to have a longer bio section or some type of music integration, so you can put your Spotify in there and you guys can listen to each other's music, or when matching, an icebreaker will pop up and you guys can laugh or talk about that, keep the conversation going, keep things smooth. And then, say after a day or two of talking, I put in there that the app will maybe suggest something like, hey, you guys should go out for coffee, and it can either suggest it to both people or just one person, so someone can make a move or say something, and it'll make things easy, so you're not just sitting here talking short words, short answers, kind of garbage talk for a couple of days with leading to nothing.
Okay, Mason, I'm going to ask you 5 questions that you might possibly see on a dating app, and I want you to tell me which 3 you would most likely rather see. Alright, the first one is, do you want kids? The next one is, how is your relationship with your family? The third one is, where do you see this relationship going? The fourth one is, do you want to get married? And the fifth one is, what are your love languages?
Probably 1, 2, and 4.
1, 2, and 4? Okay, so do you want kids? How is your relationship with your family? And do you want to get married? Okay. Now I'm going to ask you to answer each of these 5 questions. Alright, do you want kids?
No.
How is your relationship with your family?
It's pretty good, yeah.
Okay. Where do you see a future relationship going?
As in,
Like, do you want to be in it for the long term?
I would say so, yeah, for that.
Do you want to get married?
Yeah.
Okay. What are your love languages?
Probably good communication.
Okay. So, after interviewing the people, we decided that the 3 questions that we should have on our dating app are: do you want kids? How is your relationship with your family? And do you want to get married? And you can see we highlighted the 3 questions we want to put on our dating app in red. Okay, Jaden. So I'm going to ask you some questions today about our possible dating app. So these are some questions we might ask, and I want you to tell me which 3 out of the 5 should we put on our dating app. The first one is, do you want kids? The second one is, how is your relationship with your family? The third one is, where do you see this relationship going? The fourth one is, do you want to get married? And the fifth one is, what are your love languages?
I like questions 1, 2, and 4. I think those are most appropriate.
So, do you want kids? How is your relationship with your family? And do you want to get married?
Yeah, I like those questions.
Okay, all right, that's one video. Jaden, do you want kids?
Yes.
Okay. How is your relationship with your family?
I'd say it's pretty good. It's healthy.
All right. Where do you see this relationship going?
And this is asking like with the person on
Yes.
the dating app. I'd say probably a long-term relationship, even marriage.
Okay. Do you want to get married?
Yeah.
All right.
The questions I would want to ask before going on a date is, do they want kids and do they plan on being married?
These are the 2 questions I would ask. What are your love languages and where do you see this relationship going?
Where do you see this relationship going and do you want kids?
So 2 questions I would ask before going on the date would be, what is your relationship with your family and where do you see this relationship going?